This is just me running in and running out, guys. Tip. So, contractor tip. You want to, before you leave each day or each time you leave the job, even if you're going away for lunch or something like that, you want to videotape or take photographs. And I would say quick photographs as you're leaving out the door. So, quick shot, each direction. And that's been added to this photograph. And I don't have to do it double. So, this is going online. I don't have to do anything else. Don't tell where your location is, obviously, if you're going to share it with anyone. Make sure you don't have location data on. Well, you just gave everyone your inventory. But nevertheless, as you leave, this is just a property, right? As you leave, you can do this walkthrough. That's a pipe being replaced. But you can just stand back here like this. One quick shot. Do not worry about trying to get everything in. You'll be able to blow it up and figure out, well, there's the compressor, there's that tool, and there's that tool. I guess you could, depending on how comfortable you are with what you're looking for, inventory. I know it's a dark shot, dark image, but you can take your shot this way too, of your tools. Two things, if your workers are coming back, liberating your tools, and the house is locked. Also, it's for insurance reasons. You just make a habit of doing that each time and keep documents of this that you're doing it, and they'll play along with you if you are going to make an insurance claim. But this stuff adds up into thousands of dollars real fast. Insurance, worth every penny, guys. Worth every penny. Otherwise, you'll be hauling this stuff in and out all day long. And, I do a lot of running around, from my own personal jobs to other people's jobs. I cannot be hauling around all this crap. It just makes my truck a victim anyway when I do use my truck. I lose my car frequently, though. All right, somebody just popped in. You want to say hi? I'll say hi back to you. This is just about tip on what to do. Let's get granite. Oh, it already has granite. It's getting tile backsplash. Not this tile. This is a rental. This will not be a flipping house, if you will. And that's the end of this tip. Hey, Jeff. I was just giving a contractor tip about photographing as you leave, because I have to leave now. So before I leave, I'll photograph, and in this mode here, I'll pull back and get the widest angle I can. Photograph each room real quickly for insurance reasons and also for sanity. You come back and you're like, what did I leave? Did I leave something else? Did the other worker take it? And it just helps you out. You left it like this. Hammer here, this stuff in this configuration. Workers steal a lot, as we know that, and it's also good for insurance reasons, but you take a quick photograph for your equipment, like I said, before you leave. And then tomorrow when you come back in, or whenever you make it back, whether your tools are being liberated, loaned out without your permission, and also for insurance reasons, number one. That's getting a new pipe put in. Plumber's got it. I'm doing most of the work. I work under a licensed plumber. I do not do any electrical or plumbing without supervision of a licensed plumber or electrician. How's that for my disclaimer and a factual statement? And there you are. Have a great weekend. We recently moved and did something similar. Yeah, cool, Jeff. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm gonna be working this weekend. I've got to get this house ready to go, believe it or not. It's our Memorial Day? Is this Memorial Day? Labor Day? I forget. I get them mixed up every year. I get them mixed up. Anyway, so this is where I'll be, working with a few workers that actually want to work on this day, on this weekend. I'm like, darn it. Hopefully it'll rain, and that way I won't feel like I missed anything. I won't feel like I missed anything anyway. All right, catch you on the other side, Jeff, on the other channel. And what else was I going to say? Hope you saw that thumbnail I put up for the in a photograph I put up showing the Genoa Bridge, that cabling. Not to be, and I realize it might be confusing some people. Imagine it's encased in concrete. Being that it's cased in concrete, it can't just slide. Hey, Hermit. Hey, Hermit. Well, then hey, Hermit. Yeah, thanks for the link. You sent me a couple of links. I'm glad you popped in. So I'll just talk to Hermit about it real quickly. I looked at both of them. Of course, I don't understand. The Italian one got me. And then the other one. So they're talking about the cables, Hermit. You saw that in my screenshot, hopefully, too. That my thumbnail I put in the other video. Also, put a photograph, IMGB link to a photograph. Hermit, do not, and I wrote a comment today saying, wait a minute, maybe I'm losing you guys because I do that frequently. You have to imagine concrete encasing those cables. Just because you could shear it with a pair of scissors across one side, it's not just going to slide out. It's going to have, yeah, I did a bit of Google translating. Thank you. I saw that too, Hermit. And I don't know if Google shared it. Could I try to share your translation? Still there? Let me see if I can flip this thing around first. You guys got to look at my face. And so what we're talking about here, and they do the video like that, and they walk around with the camera rotating. Wait a minute. There we go. And what we're talking about here, no, I'm just teasing, guys. Let me do this. This needs a lot of work. Hermit, I'm waiting for Hermit to pop in, and also, yeah. Are you back? Hermit, is this Hermit or who's here? Or Jeff? Or neither one? I'm waiting for you guys to... Yeah, Google hijacked the whole conversation, man. Kicked me right out. I'm waiting for somebody to say hi. Is there somebody present? Somebody saying hello? Hermit, or... I was hoping it's... Yeah. Hey, Hermit, so back to, yeah, Google kicked me. Man, you heard me talk. Google said enough of that. Google said we had enough of that. Just disconnected us all, man. So, this is the house I'm working on now. All that's being turned off and metal going up, but we can talk about that another time. So back to the bridge thing, not to be confused with that thumbnail. I realize I confuse people sometimes without, you know, the data takes a long time to get out there. And do not forget that there's concrete wrapped around those cables. So even if one side was to break free, the concrete, it wouldn't just through friction. And if you can imagine skin friction on the concrete, the video keeps cutting out. You suck. You suck. Okay. How about, I got good signal. Google sucks. So, how about this? We'll give it a different view while I'm talking. I hope it's better now, Jeff. So all right, back to the cable. So the thumbnail I've put up there, the thumbnail shows the cable going over and down. If you could shear one side of that, you'd imagine that it would just slide through. All the load would transfer to one side, just pulling through the cabling. But remember, there's concrete in each one of those uprights. I want to use this finger, right? But it's broken, I told you guys. Yeah, it's not you. Thanks, Jeff. So this one's embarrassing to me. We'll use this one. So the cable goes straight up and then down again. But there's concrete around it. Yeah, I understand the concrete would cut the cable. No, the concrete, it would put creep in the cables, but not cut them. If you put a load on top, if you had a break, you can create a shear point using the concrete. But no, I'm saying it would actually hold it because it's wrapped each cable, and you saw the configuration of cables. If you were to encase all those cables with concrete as they segmented it all the way up. Oh yeah, okay, cool, not. That if you did fail on one side of the bridge, and remember we had that video where the car's driving and all of a sudden it goes up in the hill and then back down again. Who's that new guy who found it for me? Well, it might not be a new guy, but he's commenting now. It was awesome. I don't know, Steve McQueen or something like that. He found that damn video I kept trying to find forever after finding it once, and there it was. That's showing that the car driving, all of a sudden you see the road, the pavement on the bridge, go from one elevation to another, which indicates that, wow, you know, you got some settlement, because clearly they didn't design the bridge to have this transition. So that is like a huge indicator of creep and failure. So right about then, you could have had the bridge just transferring loads for forever long. Jeff's back. All right. So then that would if you sheared one end of the cables, you still have the cable impinged at the top because of all the wrapped around concrete around each one of those things, holding it in skin friction all the way up. So I can now imagine that that we have a crack in the deck. We know about that, creating the extra load on the cables, creating creep in the cables, and accelerated creep, which then just keeps elongating, maybe not to a total failure, but enough of a failure where you get the bridge deck lowering down on one side, and that's the side you would think it's going to fail on first because it's the weakest point. You get the traffic, you get the barriers on there, over there also, and eventually it breaks. And once that one side breaks, where it no longer can hold, where the cables can no longer hold it because they've elongated too much, then you start this collapse, the whole collapse mechanism. I wish I could confirm, was that addressed already? Because her video is 2009. Did they attempt to address that? If they did, looking at the online, you guys like doing that too. Online, going back in time on using Google 2017, 2016, 2015, it doesn't look like the underside of the deck has any new repairs going on. Also, I would love to see those fake repairs. You know, those look like carbon fiber repairs, fake as hell. I like to know what the hell that was, what they are, or is it just a fake repair? Which Cascade, yes, which is amazing. So this trees in my damn way. This is one of my properties, guys. This had to be cut. This was like I don't know what it was. Maybe for gardening, or maybe they put their car under there. Branch fell down, did some damage there. I get rid of this metal for free. I was going to do that on another YouTube video to show that you put it on Craigslist. These guys will come get all this metal for free, or you can go to the junkyard yourself. I'm not into that, unless it's enough money. And there's the piping that came out. I did a video live. Did a video and I have to do it, but the pipe, if you're looking at this, there's no way I hit it with a hammer and did this. This is an expansion, a break and expansion. In the video, I could not see it this large. I only could see it on an angle like this, made it look smaller, but how beautiful. That thing is friggin' huge. So I have not seen cast iron expand like that, because it's only on one side. I've seen cast iron crack all the way through, but I've never seen cast iron with that much expansion. So what's the issue here is that the house is set at 48 degrees all winter long, 47, but this outside wall, this is where that pipe stack is, obviously experiencing, can't keep up with the temperature differences. We're not thinking freeze thaw here, but we're talking about expansion, which now means that my ass for 2 years now, because that's the way I am, we'll take this pipe, an undamaged pipe. I'll keep this, and I'll use this as a sample also. This is going to be reinforcing this to some degree. But this is going outside, guys. I'm keeping this, and this goes into one of my experiments now. I'll keep it outside and watch it go through some freeze thaw cycles and see if it breaks. Now, with that said, I know cast iron radiators can go through freeze thaw cycles, a lot of them outside, because I knew a guy that he died at a junkyard, and his radiators left outside. But we're talking this material now, which was not designed to be outside apparently, and it did not break at a seam. It broke at its own location. So this is interesting. And I'll probably dip it partially in water also to see. So I'll dig down. I'll do like a multiple test on this. There's a crack. I put that in the video. I guess it wasn't a piece I wanted. This is a crack that was present, not by me throwing it out the window, which I did. I can only see this much of it. But what's an indicator of the crack, and I can only see that much of it, are these stains. Yeah, I didn't see any. Maybe that did accelerate. I don't know. Doesn't matter. What's cool about it is if you still had lead, you could probably grind that and pack that shit with lead. It would make sense. Lead binds to it, but nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. You tear it out and move on. What do you say, Hermit? Ice expands and will crack iron. You think it would, right? So, but my experiment's going to dig down to what I call the frost line, which is really 3 feet up here, but I'm going to go down probably only 18 inches, which I've already experimented with that. Dug a trench 18 inches, put water bottles in it, literally water bottles that you buy at the store, dollar water bottles. Put it in the bottom of 18-inch hole. It did not freeze when you had freezing surface water. Put the same bottle, another bottle on the top of the surface to show that you're freezing, and a frost line is only about 18 inches, not 36. which they like to double up on in municipalities a lot. Now, if you were to open the hole wider, then yes, your bottle, because I did one roughly 12 inches wide, and another one 2 foot wide. The 2 foot wide hole now it's another surface altogether. It does get some freezing, not total freezing. It's gelatin-like freezing, if you will. That's my ass. That's what's built in my brain. I'm always experimenting. So that's an interesting crack. So it has expanded. That's a crack. It appears. Let me see if I step on it. What happens? Nothing. So you can see it's pretty damn strong. Still, it's intact. Let's get on one of the edges of it, and then I'm gonna step off. Okay. Yeah, this piece I find interesting. All right, guys. As you can see, I'm a little nut. I love this stuff. I love everything about anything in construction materials. Take care, Hermit. See you on the other channel if I don't post anything else here. Bye.